Yeah, no need to waste time with the countdown. We're here, Shadowhawk.
Hey, hello.
Oh,
Hello,
wait a
hello.
minute. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello,
That's right.
lovelies. And let's watch the trailer.
All right.
Hell yeah, if you're not excited about Devil Flyer, not just the Ash Can, but Devil Flyer #1 launching the 30th on Fund My Comic, then you need a recharge. Only on Indiegogo, but soon to be. Soon to be on Fund My Comic.
That's right.
Yeah, you could say that like like James Bond, right?
Oh, okay. Oh. Let me see.
Can you?
Yeah. Money Penny. Only on Fund My Comic. No, I don't.
There you go. There you go. A little bit of nostalgia today. A little bit of nostalgia. We had to use that word. Nostalgia.
Damn.
I don't think I've ever used that word. I mean, in a title. So I did today. Nostalgia all around, bam, in and around your collection. Actually, I said, bam, I'll have another, as if I was drinking, ordering a drink. Nostalgia all around. There might be a drink called a nostalgia. I don't know, Shadowhawk.
That's a good question.
They should make one.
Yeah.
It's like all you remember from your drinking days. It's malt liquor beer, vodka, rum, a little brandy, a little bit of, just everything in it. It's undrinkable. It's basically gasoline.
If you drink one, you're out.
Yeah, permanently.
But I do have an old fashioned. That's kind of a nostalgia thing, I guess.
Yeah. Did you ever see one of these back in the day? I can't say that I did. Maybe in an ad. Electronic banana stereo phone. Play,
no,
phonograph. They called it a phono. Phono. Oh, phono. Plays in any position, even upside down. $39.77 for that.
Wow, that's cool. I've never seen one of those.
Yeah, banana recorder player. Let's see what else we have here. We had to focus on Superman. Here's Superman with Batman and Robin. They're taking pictures. It's a circle jerk. See, Robin's taking Superman. Superman's taking Batman. Batman's taking Robin, and all the way around. Infinity cover could be in a way. I don't know.
Once they get the pictures, I don't know.
On this date in 1865, a funeral service was held for Abraham Lincoln in the East Room of the White House. On this date,
wow, they really embraced the blacks back in the day.
He died 100 years before I was born. The exact year. And on this date in 2005, President Bush dedicated the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library Museum in Springfield, Illinois. The wave of his life is still felt in our world, he said. The union he saved still thanks him. The people he freed still honor him. Oh, how few years have changed things.
Really.
They're talking bad. Now, you know what this is, don't you?
That would be Big Ben.
That would be Big Ben.
Well, actually, that would be the clock tower that holds Big Ben.
Yes, technically. So here's going to be the with the Gorgo figure, little update.
Ooh,
in
ooh,
color, the
wow.
main colors. See there, little hands.
Did they hit the stretch goal? Oh God, I'm never gonna be
There's
able to get
oh
this thing.
no. You get the bell, you get the plane that's there, and Big Ben, or technically the tower that holds it. Uh,
Hmm.
they are so close. Let's see, they were when they posted this 23 hours ago. It was less than 10 more to unlock Big Ben. They'll get there.
Oh yeah,
Was it? Was Big Ben the last? No, it was the Light Up
the
Eyes.
light up
Is
eyes.
the
I
next?
think yeah.
See,
I
they're
think that's
almost there, man, and they're not even
yeah.
close to Halloween. Uh, happy
Yeah, I keep
birthday
forgetting I
to
got till Halloween, so that's good.
you got to Halloween. Happy
Yeah.
birthday to Jack Kirby, Hall of Famer, original Human Torch, Iron Skull. That's a cool name. White Streak and Air Sub DX creator and the Thunder co-creator, groundbreaking Golden Age legend Carl Barros. Barros also created the Silver Age android Captain Marvel for MF Enterprises. I think
Huh.
that's the one that could separate. Didn't realize he was a android, but there's an early picture of him. He was a
Mm.
mover and a shaker. Well, there's you some Universal monsters in color. That's a nice piece, especially the lighting on the werewolf.
Yeah, yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, Dracula just staring at you. Those
Who's that all
dead.
the way to the left over there behind the werewolf?
That is Phantom of the Opera, but it's the Claude Rains version.
Oh, okay, now I see it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was so small I couldn't make out. But yeah, I see the Phantom Mask now. Okay. The creature looks really
So
nice though.
Boris Karloff is on there twice as the Mummy and Frankenstein,
Yeah.
but so is Claude Rains as the Invisible Man and the Phantom of the Opera.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, he's undersold.
Oh, Claude Rains was good, man. I liked it.
Yeah, there's been some good iterations of the Phantom of the Opera. I still like the original by Lon
All right.
Chaney Sr.
There's Carrie.
Uh,
Hello, Carrie.
hey, Carrie. But Claude Rains uh, was a great actor all the way up into the 60s, I know.
Yeah, didn't he do a lot of like regular dramatic roles too, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, before Vincent Price ever really did horror films that started, I guess, maybe in the 50s with the Fly movies and things and kind of got, I don't know, pigeonholed, stereotyped or whatever, or made a shift. He was so good at horror, the rest of his career was kind of defined by that.
Yeah, yeah, he kind of got typecast, I guess you could call it.
But Claude Rains, there was a Lawton version. Well, one that's left out, and I guess because it's not Universal, I can't remember who did it. Maybe you can tell me. Victor Hugo's Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah, it's a good movie. I don't know what studio that came out of though. Um, yeah, it wasn't Universal Monsters. Hmm.
Yesterday was birthday of Melissa Joan Hart. Do you know her?
Listen, is she the teenage witch girl?
I don't know, but there's a picture of her. She's
Oh,
47 now. That's probably a younger picture of her, but
I stepped away for a second. Sorry. Yeah, I think that's her. She used to play Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
oh, on the TV show?
I think so. Wasn't that Alyssa Jones? Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay,
Might have
I
been
have all. I think I have all that. Wow.
She
Okay.
could be from something else. I'm not
I
sure,
guess
but
that's about all she's done that I would have in my collection.
that was the first thing that came to mind. Now I'm questioning myself. I'm not sure.
Now, yesterday, if you were looking at a comic rack or at a
Easter, right? Uh-huh.
newsstand 84 years ago, well, they had comic racks back then, wire racks.
Sure.
They were kind of leveled. I don't think they were spinner racks. Uh,
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
But April 18th, 1939, Detective Comics 27 introduced Batman, The Dark Knight.
Ooh.
Yeah, with this copy right here. Yesterday
What that
was the
baby goes
anniversary.
for?
Lots.
Yeah, lots and
Yes,
lots
she
of
was
birds.
Sabrina, Teenage Witch. What was
Okay,
that?
haha, I was right.
Was that back in the 90s,
90s,
80s?
I think.
Okay.
Maybe early 2000s.
It wasn't very successful.
Um,
I mean, was it?
I mean, I think she had like 4 or 5 seasons on TV. I used to watch it
Really?
with the girl. Yeah, I used to watch it with my girls. They liked it back in the day.
Okay. All right. Well,
I don't know, dude. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't like SJW bullshit like you're getting out of it. So.
yesterday, on yesterday's date, 1970, President Nixon presented the Presidential Medal of Freedom to the Apollo 13 astronauts.
Oh, there you
go. They were the ones that, the big Apollo 13 disaster made it home alive, they say. Made a good movie.
Yeah. Then they're the ones that had a fire on board and stuff, right?
No. Well, I mean, they had an explosion and they had to go around the moon and
yeah, but didn't
I mean, I can remember in 1970
wasn't there a mission that something happened? They had a fire and it screwed up their guidance system. They basically had to try to land it, try to get back into the atmosphere without the computer or something. I swear I remember.
Maybe
might have been a movie.
Well, Apollo 13 with Tom Hanks and Paxton, wasn't it? He was in that movie?
Yeah, I think Paxton was in there. There was a bunch of people in that movie.
90s, as I watched it as a kid, it was really popular, Carrie says, on Sabrina.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, during our time, back in the 60s, Bewitched, the original Bewitched, and it still holds up today. It's great. Here's your good cover, Bronze Age cover, Shadow. You got Morbius and Man-Wolf attacking Spider-Man.
Oh, very cool.
He's ripping his costume, exposing his neck to Morbius.
Yeah.
One of those covers that Vic King doesn't like because it's Gil Kane. Well, maybe that's unfair to Vic. He just, it's hit and miss with Gil Kane.
I don't know. I love Gil Kane's work on Morbius.
I do too. I mean, look at this. How many people can do this? Composite a shot like that. And
yeah, Morbius was one of my favorites.
I mean, he designs out the things. He does the angles and the anatomy and the everything. And then I think it's a little unfair, Vic, to say, well, so many inkers saved his work. He didn't need saving. His stuff might have looked not as good. And then he's later in his career in the early 80s. I have something to show you that I did on topic list last night.
Oh, very cool.
You might like it. You might not.
Yeah, I don't like
it. Little Dirty Joe page I got done.
Oh wow, very cool, right? A lot of Dirty Joe, right?
A lot of Dirty Joe. That's right. It's Dirty Joe.
Nice. What gave you the concept on that one, or actually did it just come to you? Or?
Well, add something. Here it is. I told you I was going to do that. Now, I take a little card like this and dark it out. That way I can scribble with the white pen.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, I didn't know you were going to do a whole page.
Wow.
Very cool.
Started with one little panel down in the corner, did another kept going over, and then I did the opposite slant to it up top here.
Yeah.
You know, where I start out larger and go to smaller. I started out smaller and went to larger here and put this in between. I started here and went over. And I started here, and I think I did 3, and those were blank. And then I did this, and it kind of came up here and finished with these, and then came back here and did some additional work in here. So yeah,
Yeah, I think
I
it
don't
came out
think it
good,
turned
man.
out too bad. Huh?
No, I think it came out pretty good.
Yeah. Lots of black for you, though, dude. It took a
Yeah,
lot
oh,
of
yeah.
ink. In fact, I
There's
had
a
to
lot of
go get
black, my
another
friend.
one of these at Hobby Lobby, and I saved. It was like $7.49. They're usually $9.99, and that
Oh,
was a
very nice.
retailer mark on it. The other
Hmm.
one was $9.99. The one in front of it was $7.49. I picked that one up, of course. So I got an altogether. I think it was like $8.10 or something like that after tax, something like that. And
Yeah.
it wasn't too bad. It was a savings. So
I
I
thought you
got
were going to
that
get you
done.
a little pot of Doc Martens.
I was thinking about it. I mean, I could definitely use that for some corrections and stuff, but for right now, I'm just
Yeah.
holding off on
Well, it would
that.
come in
I
handy
mean,
for some of those big black areas too. So,
oh yeah.
wearing out your marker.
You asked me what gave me the idea. I just had this little blacked out here and had a little white on it, and I said, "Ooh, I could do, Dirty Joe on there," and I did a little Dirty Joe on that in that section.
Yeah, you
Uh,
showed me that one, and then you
yeah, and I said,
said
"Yeah, I'm going to
you
do
were
some
thinking
more of
about doing
that."
something like that.
On topic list, and this is what
I was
what
looking
I
for you on
did.
topic
So,
list the other night. You didn't come in till late.
well, I don't get sent the link till later.
Okay. 'Cause I was in the
They
chat.
send,
I think right after they got started.
yeah, and so it took me about so while I was there waiting on them to send me the
Hello,
link,
Ben.
I got started. I wouldn't say a little early. It took me about 4 hours to do this.
Oh,
I
hey
think,
Rex.
huh? Oh, he bounced out. No sound. No sound. No sound on who? Me? Can you hear me? You can hear me, right? No sound for him, maybe. The sound must be on your side, Ben. Oh, okay. Muted. I'm not muted. Shouldn't be. Hey, Pale Rider. How's it going, brother? So, yeah, while I wait on him to, give you a closer look up at what I did last night, got in a little bit of work, just fooling around, a little messing around with it, using some of that white against black. Welcome back, Shadow.
Thank you. Well, what happened that time? Hey, Pale Rider. Nope, got to be on your end, Ben. Everybody else says we got sound. All right, we got controversy in the chat. All right, thanks, Pale.
I think it's on Ben's end. I think it's on Ben's end. I even hear the wind over where you're at.
Oh, can you? Sorry about that.
Yep.
It's not too windy today. It's actually really nice.
Usually a nice Neil Adams and Man Bat. Well, that's not me. I mean, it is me, but Man Bat and Batman cover.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I was always a big Man Bat fan too.
15 center. That's before I started collecting. If you could take yourself back to an earlier time before you ever saw your first comic, what would catch your eye? Have you ever thought about that?
Oh, I know exactly. All those horror comics from the 50s, dude. I'd have been all over that.
Yeah. But would you?
Oh, yeah.
It might be sci-fi. I mean, it's pop culture, right? I mean, it's the modern day horror movies that kind of made you a horror fan, right? I mean, I started out as a horror fan collecting horror stuff. My early comics reflect that. I mean, my first Marvel anything was Vampire Tales #5,
Right.
which was vampires, and
Hey,
then
Eric. How you doing, buddy?
my first comic that I bought had Frankenstein and Werewolf by Night, Frankenstein's monster, battling in Werewolf by Night King Size Annual #2. And then I went over to the Avengers after, getting a handful of different stuff
Right.
from the neighbor
Hey,
who had
Eric.
broke their
Did
leg.
you get that, buddy?
We got two conversations going on here. I don't know
I'm
what's
sorry,
going
Rick.
on.
Yeah.
Don't know what's going on.
I'm sorry. Eric hit me earlier with a message because he couldn't
Somebody
find
hit
my
you? What the?
with a
Like,
message.
like Captain America hits Adolf Hitler?
Yeah, man, it was
Whack.
terrible. Right upside
Yes.
the face.
Wham.
All in
Bam.
and about my face.
That one's worth some money. This is for you, Bud Light marketing gal. Yeah. I saw that Clydesdale going through the they're trying to do damage control right now. Bud Light is, because of that trans thing or whatever. I mean, they cut the Clydesdale going through America, American flag, and you got a couple guys just with beer, and it's going to Washington and all kinds of different places in the country. It's amazing they can put together something like that because they know Americana and the imageries, but
yet they can put
couldn't
together
care
a
less.
campaign that
They're
cost
still
them
going to
$8
double
billion
down on their
so far.
propaganda. I probably shouldn't say F. I'll just be nice. Bud Light. I'll never buy a Bud Light again.
No, it's a shame. I mean, I never drank it.
I gave
all
up on
that
that a
much.
long time ago anyway. They won't miss my business. But if I'm sorry. Nope.
I used to like Michelob a lot, man. That was like my favorite beer back in the day.
And stuff like that can burn you.
Yeah.
A perfect example. Somebody goes to church and they have a bad experience. Like I've heard many different testimonies of what things have gotten people out of church, and the pastor was like, "You're going to hell," and that put that person off church for like 20, 30 years. Well, yeah, it was traumatic. It was, it was condemning. It was not loving at all. And,
Well, I think I told you what turned me away for a while.
Yeah, you did. We won't go into that, but unless you just want to share it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe one day. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, yeah. I mean, I'm just using that as an example. Some things can turn you off for decades. And it's the same thing with branding. What Nasser did, and CG is following him around. And what he continues to follow him around. But I mean, that's beside the point. I'm just pulling out of a hat one thing. You can hurt your brand. What Leland did?
Oh shit!
Destroy him.
Liam nuked his fucking shit, man. I don't know what he was thinking.
I think he's a little not so crazy.
Well, yeah, it's looking that way. I always thought it was just an act, but
classic Jim Steranko.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Look how much larger they made the Hulk for effect. See, that's comic book logic. It makes for a great cover, but is it the size of the Hulk? No, not unless it's part of the story where he grew real big.
Yeah, or did Captain America somehow get small?
Right. Oh, well, that too. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. I guess you'd have to look at the buildings around there and see, Nasser tried to make amends, apologies. Nasser has been fulfilling. He has come through. I'll defend him at least for that much. Yeah. I'll defend him for that much. I'll give him that
much. He's
for sure. Hey, Donut.
Hi, Donut.
For sure.
But I got to say, Nasser is still a horrible writer.
Yeah.
Sorry. I can't get past that part of it.
Yeah. My dad stopped taking us to church after our house burned down. Both kids were enrolled in the school and donated to the church. They never offered any help.
Oh, wow. That's pretty bad.
But on the positive side, Samaritan's Purse, Franklin Graham, Billy Graham's son, came to Doc's house, about 20 of them or 30 of them, and helped in cleanup after so your local church, a ministry, whatever, it's not all bad. uh,
No, it really
when they say it's all bad, then Christians will start disappearing, and I'll probably be one of them. So anyway, hey, you sexy round sprinkle titties donut! Oh, wow,
Jeez, pal.
donuts.
You been drinking already this afternoon?
Well, of course, I'm sure he has.
Oh,
Don't insult the man.
All right.
Here you go. A little nostalgia for you. Let's take a look at this.
An original Lone Star Dalek rocket gun from the 1960s. Produced to coincide with the hit TV series Doctor Who. It is in a good condition for its age, however it is becoming increasingly harder to find. Great for anyone's Dalek collection.
Well, I imagine. Increasingly hard to find. Lone Star Dalek gun. What happened to you, Shadow?
Children at the door. Give me a second.
Well, okay. Take a look at some of these. Now, I saw a UFO back in the day. I don't know about the others. I mean, I'm aware these are all Gary Anderson. UFO was live action. The others were with puppets. Sweet cigarettes.
Sweet cigarettes? What?
Yeah, that's what they called them. You know, we had those stick candy cigarettes over here.
Yeah.
They were all white, except they had a little pink end, like it was lit on the end.
Yep. Yeah, those were cool when you were little.
Yeah, you got 90 that didn't last but for about a season. Captain Scarlet, the Secret Service, Stingray, Thunderbirds, and UFO, which was live action and still holds up today. Of course, they're all pretty neat in their own way. Were those candy cigarette cards or packages? They're actually the boxes that they came in.
Yep,
it's amazing that anybody saved that type of stuff. Hello, Lumbre.
Hail.
Are you chocolate cake or glazed? Eric wants to know. Oh, wait, you have sprinkles. He says, I have lots of sprinkles, yes.
Donuts got freckles.
It's getting a little weird. Just saying.
Oh, Pale Rider. You go ahead, Rex. I'm going to leave that one alone.
Okay. That's fine. I'm going to get back on place here.
There you go.
So we had to celebrate Superman, too. Because it was the anniversary of Action Comics #1 coming out.
Lorenzo's in the house. What's up, Lorenzo?
Well, Confucius said, everything has its beauty, but not everyone sees it. Today, no. What? Well, that's late. Okay. Irv Novak's birthday was the 11th.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we missed that one.
It was really when I got into the early Silver Age. I remember Irv Novak on one of the Spider-Man books later in his career.
Oh, wow.
But he did a lot of the war titles for DC back in the 60s and 50s.
Oh, yeah.
He was probably a veteran, too. Now, cartoonist Dale Missick, born on April 11th, 1906, she created the Brenda Star Reporter newspaper strip in 1940s and worked on it until 1982, modeled after Rita Hayworth. The character appeared in comic books, film, and TV, and the strip continued until 2011. one of the few women in comics. You know,
Pretty
so I
wild.
thought I'd say, throw some something. I'm playing Batman, Arkham Knight. Okay.
Yeah, I
Well, we
like
were
that game.
talking some Batman, that it was the anniversary of Batman showing up in Detective Comics.
Mhm.
Flash Gordon by Alex Raymond from April 11th, 1937. And he was knocking it out of the park before Superman ever showed up. Look at that page layout and the colors and everything in the newspaper. Alex Raymond must have been the Frank Frazetta of his day.
Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. Dude.
Yeah, it's
Nice
pretty good.
colors too.
I know. I like the colors. The colors show up good.
Wow, very cool.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't know Bread the Star was modeled after Rita Hayworth. It's a good
here's
point,
your
Eric.
vintage Planet comics. I actually have an early Planet comic, number 72 or 3 somewhere, and then is this number 18.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
I
that's
have a
good.
book that has all their covers, and also Jungle Comics. I have a book that has all their covers.
Oh, that one I would
But
like to have.
yeah, that one's nice. A bondage cover, of course. That's always a thing.
Yep.
Maybe like you said, pre-horror, pre-authority code.
Hmm.
Oh, Peter
Maybe.
Samedi last night was on John's Longbox. Of
Really?
course, he likes the alternate stuff. Here's another Flash Gordon strip later in color. That one I like less, but still nice.
Yeah, still pretty good.
Yeah. That is from 1947. So, about a decade or so later.
Hmm.
Still good stuff. Here's another Planet Comics.
Yeah, Hollywood.
Yep. Planet
Oh.
Comics. She's blasting into the logo. This is number 15.
Is that a
Her
gorilla
evilness
color?
from Xanadu, featuring the Space Rangers, Lost World, Star Pirate, and something else. It's so small. Blast the logo with your ray gun, which, it's
Out of
like
my
a
way,
flame.
damn logo.
It's like a flamethrower, though, the way it's coming out, huh?
Yeah, it does have a pretty good blast coming out the end.
Mm-hmm. Didn't show the creature's face. Save that for the inside.
Right.
She's got little wing boots like Namor.
Well, on a girl, they're not so gay.
Yes. Well, maybe I need to do a wing boot. The wings could be on the boot, not actually part of their feet, which would be a direct rip off, right? You got to admit they are distinctive. Can you name one more character that has wing on his ankles? Male or
Just
female? Nope. You
yeah,
can't.
the Greek god or the Roman god.
Mercury? You thinking
One of
Mercury?
them, yeah, Mercury or what was the other one?
Oh, and Wally Wood. All those Planet comics are in the public domain. Great covers, great interior art, and funky stories.
Can't think of the other guy. What
Alex
was the
Raymond and Hal Foster. I don't think anyone can compare, except for just a few like Frazetta and Al Williamson. Yeah, I agree. Beautiful artwork.
amazing. Those boys
Hey,
knew how to illustrate.
that's why you show up, Eric, to learn stuff. Hopefully, Rita Hayworth. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that one either. Pretty cool though. Who do we know that's a big Rita Hayworth fan? Oh, I heard somebody talking about her not that long ago.
Well, I've
The
I've
doc,
shown Rita Hayworth on here
yeah,
along with
the
Ava
doc is
Gardner.
usually what Ingmar Bergman. You're what's her name? Can't think of it.
Ava Gardner.
Dave Gardner. Yeah.
Yeah. Fantagraphics, I guess Jeff Smith, let's see. This is a volume 4 collection from Fantagraphics were by Walt Kelly fan and Bone creator Jeff Smith. So
Huh.
different, the covers. Our Gang, because the Little Rascals were called Our Gang before they became Little Rascals in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
They go all the way back to, I have some of the silent version, from like 1915 of Our Gang. They go way back. Little Rascals or Our Gang goes way back
Yeah.
in entertainment. Hal Roach's Little Rascals. That's what they were only known as. Sheldon Meldoff's birthday was April 14th. This month. Co-creator of Poison Ivy,
Yes, still not.
Mr. Freeze, and the original Batwoman, Ace the Bat Hound, and more.
Yeah.
Sheldon
Ace the
Meldoff.
Bat Hound.
Yeah.
I always remember Crypto. You always forget about Ace. I always do.
Here's some Superman for you. A lot of people grew up on this. A lot of people don't realize that before George Reeves did Superman and was kind of shadow band, typecast.
Right.
And they did a movie on him recently that Ben Affleck played him.
Oh.
And he has, and this kid points a loaded gun at him, which really happened to George Reeves. And he had to talk him down out of that. He's like, well, the bullets will bounce off. Well, you wouldn't want the bullets to bounce off me and hit somebody, and whatnot. He reasoned with him and got the gun away from him. But that was kind of a hairy moment of getting shot by some kid.
Yeah, I bet.
Thinking that the bullets would bounce off of him.
Well, the kid really believed, and he wanted to test it out.
Yeah. It's amazing he didn't shoot him and give him no warning,
Yeah, just come up and go, bang, Superman.
Once I got the gun, I think I would have cocked him over the head with it. And... well. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, let's don't go there. That's just what I would have done. Well, allegedly. In Minecraft. Right. Well, probably in reality. Well, it's not a reality unless anyway, it's getting convoluted. Anyway,
there's no such thing as reality, Rick.
Now, most people don't realize that George Reeves was at the beginning of Gone with the Wind.
Oh?
He was one of the guys that was the suitor to the girl at the beginning of the movie. Yeah. But he was in Gone with the Wind. He was in movies prior to Superman and had a career before then. Probably his best known role, if you know anything about that. Jerry Garnetti's birthday was this month on the 15th. He's remembered for his, work on Will Eisner's The Spirit and a lot of DC war titles. That's where I first come to know Jerry Garnetti, which was through some production artwork of Sergeant Rock, and for co-creating Prez, the Teenage President. Remember that in the early 70s? Have you ever seen Prez?
Yeah, I think I've seen a couple of those.
Yeah,
one of
here's
them.
Here's some of his work right here, Jerry Garnetti. Prez being one of them. No, they're small, but he's mostly the war comics.
Right.
But he also did in the 70s, he also did like some strange sports stories or something. I have some Jerry Granetti Adler stuff. Del 4 Color series, which was very long running up to 1963. I had the last issue of the Dale 4 Color series. The first one was Dick Tracy. This one here is The Mark of Zorro. That's a very early one.
Oh,
And I say early, 228.
Mm.
Because
Wow.
it ran since the early to mid 30s is when it started. And ended in like 63.
Wow, that's a pretty good run.
And here's one, Flash Gordon. That's a fairly early one. I don't think I have that one.
One of those.
Yeah. Great Underwater. Love it.
Yeah, looks pretty cool.
I would like to collect all the Dale 4 Color cover. I mean, all the I just would, because it's such a long. Now, what happened there? Technical difficulties.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, it is to me. Hell. There we go. Charlie Chaplin, who was born, like I said, on the 16th, we celebrated his birthday, howbeit a day late, was the subject of a newspaper comic strip that ran from 1915 to 1917, Charlie Chaplin's Comic Capers. 5 collections were put out in 1917. The cartoonists who worked on it included E.C. Segar, the creator of Popeye.
Oh, wow.
And I do not have any of these in my collection, but I would certainly like to. These were kind of like, my first comic books were probably at a shoe store that they gave away, like Mary March on Comics and things like that. But I kind of discounted those. I enjoyed those. Maybe Archie's, who knows? But it was like Bugs Bunny and Porky Pig and stuff like that. So those were my actual first comics, I think. I hear you, Rex. A lot of those Dale, Gold Key, and related publishers had some sweet covers, great art stories. Take that current year, Marvel and DC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they had
Read a
photo
book.
covers. They had, to TV shows, to movies, cartoons, you name it. They had a little bit of everything in Dale 4 Color. I just like the challenge of trying to get all those. Here's interior to Charlie Chaplin's Comic Capers. That's probably some fun stuff. It shows you his popularity early on. There's a cover, Charlie Chaplin in the Army. This is number 318. I don't know how they did their numbering, but wow, 318.
Yeah, pretty cool.
And this is 316. Charlie Chaplin in the movies. Although the brown bowler, the coloring on that kind of throws me off.
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's see. This is series 1. I'm not sure that one's shot down. But that's a burst through cover where he's coming through the cover.
Yep.
I'd love to have those Charlie Chaplin capers, or at least an example one. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be.
Big
I
Chaplin
bet you those are pretty rare.
I'm gonna hit Charlie's London up again.
There you go. I wonder if she's got any.
Now, talking about nostalgia would not be nostalgia without an old cartoon. So how about an old cartoon clip?
I love to sing about the moon and the June and the spring. I love to sing about a sky of blue or a T42, anything with a swing or two. And I love you. I love to sing.
Oh, children, it's him at the radio station.
Mommy, no major boat's gonna get me. Got through Yale. Boola boola, la dee do. Oh, microphone's got me. I love to sing. I love to wake up with the salsa in my mouth and wave the flag with a cheer for Uncle Sammy and another for my mammy. I love to sing.
Could you hear that, or was it too loud?
No, I can hear it.
It's okay. Okay. Here's another one of those R Gang covers. It's neat that they're reissuing that stuff with new covers.
Oh, wow.
And if you're a Bone artist, I hear of any sellers offering the Dale 4-color comics, I will give you a heads up, Rex. I know that I Love Comics channel had Dale comics for sale recently, Chip and Dale, Bugs Bunny, and Dumbo. Yeah, I heard that Dumbo was like the most popular Disney movie. That would be, or not Dumbo, it was Pinocchio. That's kind of surprising to me, really, that it came number 1 on the poll.
Yeah.
Earl Norem, I don't think I saw a lot of his stuff except on the Marvel magazine painted covers. He was born on April 17th of this month, a couple of days ago in 1923. Here's some of his work right here. You might have some of these. I have the, I had the one up in the upper right, the Rampaging Hulk, where the Hulk is frozen, I guess, in a block of ice, and Ant-Man, Wasp, original, or the Mach 2, I guess, gold armor, or Mach 3. It might actually be Mach 3 armor with Thor. Conan, Savage Sword of Conan, Planet of the Apes, Marvel preview featuring Man God. I don't think I've seen that cover, but some nice painted stuff, you know?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I always like this stuff.
I might even have that Savage Sword of Conan.
Yeah, that's got to be an early one. I loved his painted stuff. I might have some of his stuff on some of the Planet Apes magazines, because I think I have 1 or 2 of them. And I do have that Rampaging Hulk with the Avengers, the original Avengers in there, where the Hulk is in a block of ice. That's kind of different.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't get to see Ant-Man and Wasp within the Avengers very, never saw the Rampaging Hulk comic before. Cool. Oh, that's great. I got a copy, and I know that's what you got started on.
Hey,
Shadowlock. Hey, Hojo. Mythicals down in the description, I believe.
Yep.
The link.
Get on it, people.
I never saw that. You started out with Rampaging Hulk magazine, did you not? Collecting?
Yep. Yeah, that was my first. I didn't even realize the Hulk was a superhero. I thought he was just a monster.
Early Superman, Joe Shuster cover, Superman number 3, winter issue, because it was like winter, summer, fall, spring. It was quarterly.
Oh, okay, yeah, they were doing quarterly.
Amazing adventures in the greatest man on earth, Superman. Read details of gigantic contest in this issue. And these were thick babies. They were quarterly, but they were big for maybe 52 pages. Who knows? Maybe more. 10 cents. All that for a dime.
Yeah, pretty cool.
It's worth more than a dime nowadays.
All right, let me get my Charlton Heston for you, Eric.
And I guess it's kind of prescient. I'm kind of a big deal shirt with the Incredible Hulk by Herb Trimpe today. They were talking Rampaging Hulk. Oh. Hope I didn't scare you. I'd kill to get some of those. Yeah. Is the Rampaging Hulk the one that's the magazine size that had out with the Bill Bixby show? Yeah. Eventually it ran into that, and they did some advertising on the in the 70s magazine. Yeah. Before it ever came out in the show.
Yeah, the magazine came out first.
Eric said, laugh out loud. You tried, Shadowhawk. Did I cut you off or something? Were you
Yeah,
saying
don't worry
something?
about it. You always do, right? It's all good. Oh, come on, come back. I forgive you, buddy.
I don't care.
You don't care. Fucker. He just likes playing with them buttons.
No, I didn't. That's beside the point. Anyway.
Well, hey, Pale Rider's back. We may continue. I'm just here for decoration.
Well, you know. I have to get this issue because it's probably pretty affordable. Alex Toth cover.
Ooh.
Excuse me. On the last issue, Marvel's 1990 Zorro comic, which adapted the TV show airing at the time. Really happy to see that they got Alex Toth to do the cover. Yeah, the last cover. Captain America celebrating 50 years at that time. There's the cover. You'd see that's black sensitive cover. If you could get that in high grade with Alex Toth cover. And that's being the last issue. That means it probably didn't sell that well. The 12th issue.
Rare.
Huh?
Probably pretty rare, hard to find.
Yeah. Well, and it's probably still affordable. You know, you could probably find a high grade copy for next to nothing, but eventually a book like that's a keeper. You know, Alex Toth cover, black sensitive cover, last issue when it probably wasn't, you know, unless they just scheduled it for 12 issues, which is a possibility. But it's got everything going for it, you know, and Zorro's not going to go away. He'll be around, you know, 50 years from now. He's public domain.
He'll have another comeback in another 10 years or something. There'll be a new movie or TV show or something. Give me that.
Yes, I do have a co-host, and he's the best in CG. He's the best on YouTube. That's why I was curious, you know, to what you said.
What who said?
You.
What did I
say? Clark Kent and Superman by Joe Shuster had the package of material he and Jerry Siegel sent to syndicates to try to get a newspaper comic strip pickup, because that, you know, that's where the money was in the newspapers, not necessarily the comics. So here's his drawing of Superman and Clark Kent that they sent out. Look at those boots. And then more of the shield design with the S on it.
Mm-hmm.
Look more like a circus performer, really. Those trunks and everything.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Clark looked pretty built right there, man. And a nice form-fitting suit that he had.
Yeah. 30s though. I mean, I always liked that old.
Yeah,
style.
They used to wear them because they were a little snug back then.
They would do like. Here's Kirk Allen playing Superman in 1948 Superman movie serial. Actually, those Superman movie serials that Kirk Allen did were the only ones that really made any money. They were the most popular and the highest money makers. And those were some of the later movie serials put out in the late 40s and early 50s. That led into the, you can see here, this actress would go on to play Lois Lane, not only in the movie, but in the TV series as well.
Cool. And, hey, Rex, Eric is asking you, did you know there are white sensitive covers as well?
Oh, yes. We've mentioned that.
Yes, we have. Eric must not have been here yet.
Right. Must not have been there. White sensitive covers, which are prone to get dirty. Here's Joe and
Yeah, they fingerprint up really.
Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster circa 1941 when the Superman cartoons by Fleischer Studios were on screen. Unfortunately, can I get that past my tongue? Yes, I can. Wah, wah. Unfortunately, they misspelled Joe's last name.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of
So
a big mistake.
Man, I mean, it must have been disheartening for them.
All right, wait.
Way before Jack Kirby and the Marvel and everything.
There's no C, right? Just SH. No C.
They spelled it SCHUSEE. I'm sorry,
it's getting windier.
TER. Schuster. I don't know.
Right.
Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, Superman, the famed comic strip, now on our screen. Just young Jewish kids up in Cleveland, Ohio, you know. Of course, the name Superman had been around for a while.
Are you in the house?
Well, I was joking, but I know some of the blank white covers from Zero Hour and Cross Gen had those. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and your sketch covers, of course, you have to keep those clean. Here is Superman, the cover to, or I'm sorry, Superman number 6 by Jerry. Very truly yours, Clark Kent, in brackets, Superman. And you can see they kind of refined the boots by then. The ass is no longer a shield, it's kind of a triangle.
Right.
So even Superman's been modified over time.
Oh, sure.
His design and everything.
I think almost every character's been a little bit modified at some point, you know.
Here's some of Joe Shuster's art from the 1942 Adventures of Superman novel by George Lothar. You sure that's not Luther?
Might be Lothar.
All in full painted cover. Just like one scene and then some story titles underneath it. This is page number 173. So, wow.
That's pretty cool.
Here's one where he's saving some from Superman brought the old man to the surface. That's page 56. That's neat.
That ain't that old. Old man, I got your old man.
I got your old man right here. Cool vintage Superman media you're sharing, Rex. Thank you. Yes, the Authentics white blank sketch covers are a bit problematic in that regard, a bit too slick. And I have a Thor. I don't know why. It's got like a cover sheet on it. It was, from about 3-4 years back, and they just had like a white cover sheet over the cover. I don't know why that's there. I don't know if it's just on that.
Maybe
I don't know, but I thought maybe it's an error. Maybe it's worth it.
I don't know. Yeah.
This is Joe Shuster's art, just some I don't know if it's done in grease pencil because it looks a little fine, but just some poses. Doesn't even complete the arm on that one. It's just got like the hand indicated. Joe Shuster's art from the 1942 Adventures of Superman novel as well. And you'll see what I mean right here, where he doesn't really complete the arm. It's just got the fist and one line leading down to it.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't hung up on like mega detail. I love it, very gestorial. Here's another one. See, didn't even really finish his face.
No, didn't finish the fist either. Just kind of blocked it in.
Or the bicep there leading to the chest. on that other, or yeah, right there to the forearm on that one. He's got extended. Not even the cape there, just a little swoosh,
Yep. It's the
real loose.
indication of the cape.
His feet aren't completed. They don't connect. That kind of
Oh,
drives me
well,
nuts to a certain
it
degree.
reminds
But
you of a layout nowadays. That's what people do for layout.
oh yeah, just very. I mean, some of that early stuff was just very loose.
Mm-hmm. A little loosey
Usually,
goosey back in the day.
usually a great, incredible Hulk. I mean, look at that coloring. Just the graduation of the red to the orange to the yellow in the background makes it
Yeah.
pop.
And he's got
Makes
his
it
purple
pop.
planet.
And that slanted logo, the Incredible Hulk, the way they slanted it,
Yeah, I always like that.
it gave it dimension. Yeah, that's when I was. This is 176.
Not sure who was on Hulk at that time.
Herb Trimpe.
Oh, was it Trimpy? Oh, okay. Well,
But
that
I'm
was good
looking at
stuff.
this. I'm like, is that Herb Trimpe? Looks like Herb Trimpe. But at the same time, I'm going, is that a Gil Kane cover?
Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
going to say Trimpe, but it sure looks. I don't know. It could be a Gil Kane cover. When I look
Hey,
at it.
Gable.
Hey, Gable. Cool vintage Superman media. Yes. Yeah, we had to celebrate the
Death of Super. No, the anniversary.
anniversary of Action Comics #1. Oh, little cheesecake
Oh,
there.
oh.
Sorry, guys. Slip through. Hey, Belmont.
Hell, Belmont.
Now tomorrow, we will be on him with his closing.
Yeah.
I mean, his launch, not his closing, his launch. Damn it.
What are we gonna do a simulcast, Rex?
Yes.
Okay,
I think so. Yes.
All right.
Now, yesterday we're doing it a day late because we got delayed because of Texas Dave. Yeah, that's the narrative we're going to go with. I'm going to blame it on him. 85 years ago yesterday, 1938, Action Comics #1 was put out. Man. Lifting that car up. Ooh, people fleeing. It's almost like Superman berserk mode, right?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like what was it, the new Superman movie where he like just blasting the shit out of the city and shit, not giving a crap.
Yeah, tomorrow is the big day, 420.
Woohoo!
We'll be there at 3:00 though, early, right? You're gonna have an early. Alas, I have to dip out. Everyone have a great Wednesday. It is hump day. Have a great Wednesday, Eric. Appreciato, as always, coming in here.
Yep. Have a good one, Eric.
Here's a pretty wild piece of artwork, very colorful. Shadowhawk, sort of on the mythical, demonic, witchery type ram. Something you'd see like in some of those Marvel magazines, horror magazines.
Yeah.
Very colorful.
Mystical.
Hot babe. Oh, yeah, you got to have the hot babe, right?
Yeah. Pretty cool monsters, too.
Yeah. Run away.
I don't think she's running. She looks like she's maybe.
No, she's into it. She probably slept with all of them. Just saying. Geez. This is a human teardrop as looked at in an electron microscope.
Oh, wow.
Almost looks like a snowflake. I'm sure there's salt in that, right?
I was going to say, yeah, it's got to be the saline, right? The salt in the tear.
Yeah. But isn't it wild that you have a circle within a circle?
Yeah, that's pretty neat. And then you do almost have kind of a snowflake effect from the salt crystal. That's pretty cool.
And to put it in the electron microscope, would you do it like an old style in between two plates of glass? or would
I
that be
don't know.
different?
I don't know if he was
Because
just
it
like
looks
maybe.
like you would be crushing some of the structure if you
Mhm.
did. You know, you need to put it on a flat surface, just slide it in there and look at it. Probably
Right.
an
Right.
electron. I mean, electron microscopes aren't.
Yeah, they're not playing
They're
around. You don't
huge.
have. I don't think you
Yeah.
have to squish the, the like the old one.
Probably not. Not in those.
I don't know. I've never
Uh,
had an electron microscope. I'd like to though. That'd be cool.
April 17th, a few days ago was Alex Raymond's birthday. Captain Marvel Jr., Bullet Man, Green Llama, and Green Lad artist, the immortal. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Mac Rayboy. Mac Rayboy also succeeded Alex Raymond. There's the connection as artist on the Flash Gordon comic strip. He was good. Yeah. He's considered, along with Lou Fine, as one of the best, or Asner, yeah. Anyway, comic book cover artist of the golden era. He certainly did some of the best wartime covers. Here's Alex Ross's rendition with the comparison there of how he did Action Comics #1. It's kind of turned it from day to night, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so, man. Pretty neat though.
Mm-hmm. Dramatic lighting.
Yeah, I like the use of black up behind instead of the white box.
The logo, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It doesn't show up on the stands. That came out in December 2022. That was Action Comics 1050. And I don't know, some of those Alex Raymond variants are hard to find.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet.
There's your Jack Kirby reaching into the mailbag, maybe. Incredible Hulk.
Hulk can't read. Oh!
That's a good point. Hulk can't
Hulk
read.
hates mailbag.
Hulk smash, Hulk bash. And we say hello to Glenn Fleming.
Hey, Glenn, what's
Off
happening?
to bed. Laters.
Oh,
thanks for dropping by and hitting the like button. Hopefully.
Always good to see you, Glenn.
Absolutely. We need to check out.
And don't forget, Hatch 2 is coming soon. If you guys haven't seen
That's right.
it,
We need to play his trailer. It's been a while since we played his trailer.
Hatch is a lot of fun if you guys are into cool
cartoons. I know
really
why I haven't been watching his trailer. I didn't
stories.
have an updated thing to that, or if I did, I lost it. Shoot.
Nope.
Nope.
I hate when that happens.
Well, I tell you what, we'll play Doc Blaylock's anyway. He needs to get funded here in a minute.
Love you, Glenn.
Love you, love bug.
Love bug.
Oh,
somebody's gonna
now
take
this
Mandy's
is a
place.
gift, so I can't blow it up, but I thought you would find this cool, Shadow. Flaming skeleton.
Yeah.
With a sword. That's pretty cool, isn't it? It
looks
almost like his head disappears right there and falls off. See?
Yeah, almost.
Right there.
Oh, dude, right?
It does.
Yeah. But that next scene where it silhouettes the whole skull, that is so cool. Right there.
What is that movie? What is that from? You know?
Is that like an old Sinbad or something? I'm not sure.
I don't remember that in Sinbad. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
I knew you'd like it.
Yeah. I'd like to see a painting of that.
Ghost Rider. Classic cover back in the day.
Oh, dude. Yeah. #1. Is that #1? No.
No, that's #6. 25 center. And he
I got that one.
Did not start out in his own title. He was in Marvel's Spotlight, I believe, #1, 2, and 3, right? Or something like that.
Right. But when they started,
I actually have the second appearance of Ghost Rider.
But when they started Ghost Rider series, he got his own #1.
Yes. And this is #6. It's
Yeah,
probably Frank
I
Springer
believe,
artwork. I'm guessing Frank Springer, maybe, but I'm not sure.
I've got like
Just a
1,
guess.
2, 3, 5, 6, and then
You're
after that,
counting too fast. 1, 2, 3,
5.
Now tomorrow, sometime, I haven't gotten the time confirmed. Maybe our regular time. Jimmy Reyes is going to be on
Cool.
talking some Dragon Rage.
All right. Well, you know, we're doing Justin's lunch too, so
We're doing
gonna be a
that too.
combination.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
or no, Friday. That's why I didn't schedule
Oh.
him tomorrow.
Okay.
That's
Friday.
why I didn't
Okay.
schedule him tomorrow.
Good man. Good man.
Yeah. Good man.
You did
I
good,
hate to
Brett.
get
I'm gonna have to send you a
entangled
picture.
in something. Yeah. There's you some artwork there. He's swimming to the damsel in
Oh
distress.
yeah, look at the
Help
little
me,
tentacle action going on.
tendrils. I'm losing my hair.
These tentacles are getting ready to take my.
And back
Beauty.
during the day, that great artwork like that was just thrown away.
Hmm.
You know, wasn't
That's the
kept.
big shame of it, dude. Man, they just threw stacks and stacks of that shit away.
The Shadow, only the Shadow knows. I mean, check out that great cover, man.
That's right. Only the
That
shadow. No.
Only the Shadow. Lamont Cranston. The Whispering
Oh,
Eyes,
sure.
a complete
Go
novel
ahead, dox
featuring
me, Rex. Jeez.
what? Oh, were you the Shadow? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
Well,
we'll say goodnight, Gracie. Keep collecting.
it's